today I'm going to talk to you about these generic filters for your Keurig machine. If you have a filter in your Keurig machine, then you know these filters can be kind of expensive. The actual Keurig brand, I went online and found the box of 6 was selling for $12.69 on Amazon right now. And you know, you need to change the filters every 2 months, so I think that's kind of expensive for a filter. This generic bag, I bought a bag of 12, and I only paid $8.69 at the time. They've gone up a few cents to like $9.12 now, and there were actually some other options as well, but these are pretty good filters, and so I think it's just a more inexpensive way to still meet your filter needs, but to be able to save a couple dollars. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about these filters as I go through how to change the filter in your Keurig machine. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and empty your water reservoir and take out your filter. Now this is really a good time to descale your Keurig machine. My Keurig 2.0 actually sends a message saying it's time to descale my machine, but that usually happens right before I'm going to make myself a cup of coffee, so not the most convenient time. So like I said, when I'm getting ready to change my filter, that's a better time usually to go ahead and run through the descaling cycle. And you can see my descaling video to help with that. So the top of, the filters vary from Keurig machine to Keurig machine, but the top of this filter actually tells you, I've already changed it, so it already tells me that this is November, the 11th month, and the next time that I need to change my filter is going to be in January. So, I mean, I just turned this to whatever month that I needed. All right, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this out. All right, and so there's my filter. And this is one of the generic filters that I actually used when I first bought the bag, and you can still see it's, I mean, you can see it's still in pretty good shape, pretty good condition, so it is a pretty good filter. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the filter. Okay, so the filters are bagged individually. They do not come with any directions, so you kind of need to be familiar with it or watch this video. But you can see, you know, it's just a regular filter. Now, the difference between the actual Keurig filters and this, I would say these are a little bit flimsier in that they're not as compact. The outer material feels really firm, but I can squeeze these, where the Keurig seems to be just more condensed, so not as squeezable. But I really don't find a difference in quality. I mean, I couldn't have a cup of coffee from an actual Keurig brand and a cup of coffee from the generic brand and know the difference. So, all right, I've got my filter, and so what I did was I went ahead and I rinsed off the filter. I got one here. I went ahead and rinsed off the filter with water because charcoal filters tend to have a powdery residue to them. You can't see it here, but they usually do. I have my aquarium, and I know when I pull that out of the bag, there's just a whole bunch of like residue. So go ahead and rinse off your filter, and then I just let it set for about 5 minutes to get all of it kind of rinsed out. And then once it's rinsed out, I'm ready to go ahead and put it back in my filter holder. All right, so I think my filter's ready. Like I said, I've let it sit for 5 minutes. If you want, you could go ahead and rinse it out again, but I think it's perfectly fine. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out, and I'm gonna put it in my filter holder here, and then I'm just going to snap this back on. And you know, everybody's kind of works differently, but it's basically the same idea, and so it's in there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stick it back in to my water reservoir. Stick it in there and push it down. Okay, and then just go ahead and fill it back up with water. All right, so I've got my water in here, my filter holder is in there. You can see the filter holder looks perfectly fine in there, perfectly normal. And the top, I can see the date where it will tell me, you know, when I need to change my filter again. And so really, I wanted to share this video with you because I wanted to let you know that there is a less expensive way of replacing your filters. What tends to happen with the more expensive filters is you say, all right, well, I'll wait another month. And so then you kind of have to start pushing back the dates on your filters, and you don't want to do that. You want to be able to replace them every couple months, and this really does work well. So I hope that you enjoyed this information, enjoyed watching this video, and thanks for watching.